It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day and day one in Laguna Beach. So, Hannah is on a cruise. So, she is not here to film me. Greg is doing other things. So, I'll just be behind the scenes today. I have so many plants. These are all from Waterwise Botanicals. I also pulled some things in from Oasis. But just to kind of give you a quick overview of the plants, and why not show you it all, right? So, to get them down here, we had to go down all these steps. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Goes all the way. There are 3 flights all the way down here. So this is challenging, and therefore my rock selection was cinder, was lava, because I obviously can't expect the guys to lug, by hand 200-pound rocks down here. So here's our design space, and obviously I'll get down below too so you can see it's terraced. And some of you are going to say, whoa, what are you doing? It already looks great. And sure it does. I mean, my client did a beautiful job during pandemic 2020, trying succulents, just, throwing against the wall, see what stuck. But it just doesn't really have any design, any intention. So she called out a 911 to Team DFS. She has a very special event. Her son is getting married in August. They're having the rehearsal dinner here, and we need to get this on point by then. So then we have to walk down all these stairs too. Gonna get my steps in on this job, which by the way is 4 days, and this is day 1. I have Miguel over here. And he's doing some extractions for us. This is going to be a dedicated cactus and succulent garden. Right now, it's kind of a hodgepodge of old rose bushes and lavender and an old hibiscus. And this ground cover's great. And I know, we pray to the garden gods to get this kind of thick coverage. But we can just do better. This is prime real estate. So here's what Miguel has taken out so far. We're just going to get rid of this and open it up for boulder and plant. So he is also going to cut back. All we can do, with that asparagus fern is just cut it. You can't get rid of it. So we're going to cut that back. We're also going to cut back any of the Algerian ivy that is popping through. And this lavender is just going to get cut back really hard because it is also in there in all of this riprap. Little backstory. Show you the view. Isn't this so sad? Some people live in such squalor, don't they? Oh dear. Anywho, this really exceeds San Diego coastal views. We're in Orange County. This is better. I don't know why. It just feels creamier somehow. If that's even makes any sense. But I digress. So our client's husband inherited, or I should say grew up in, and then inherited this home. It's a family home. And way back in the day, the idea was to terrace with riprap or demoed concrete, which, okay, you're going to have feelings about this. You're going to love it. You're going to hate it. I encourage you to keep an open mind. Think of it from a whimsical standpoint because it's not going anywhere. So we need to embrace it. And that's what I intend to do. I think it's going to be so stinking cute when we get this landscape in. I told my client, who does not like this at all, she's going to like it. So just watch me go. I have Christine and Mary. Hi, Christine and Mary. My lovely ladies who are locals here to the LA and Orange area, so yay them, are cutting out the Korea grass. Now, the gardeners came through and sprayed this and killed it, but they didn't cut it out. So, yeah, we got to do that. And that's what the ladies are doing right now. They're making really quick work of it. It's looking really, really clean. And, yeah, I think probably the best thing to do in here, Mary, is to grab a shovel. And just be careful, though, of the irrigation, of the tubing, of the hard lines.
Put my knife away.
Well, you know the drill.
Yeah, I was trying
This
to
is
cut
not,
this out.
that's not Mary's first rodeo here. But yeah, I always, you know, err on the side of caution with irrigation. But if you do break something, just let us know and Greg will fix it. No worries. Look, guys, look at this blue glow. Stunning. One of the prettiest blue glows I've ever seen, and it is in absolutely the wrong spot. So this is going to be gently extricated and moved over to the area where Miguel is working, so it can really be appreciated. All of this, help me, I know this one, I know what this is. It's that something, natal plum, yeah, natal plum, yay, stays. Because what a rabbit hole that would be, wouldn't it, to try to see what's under here. And it's green and it's luscious, so it's fine. That stays. We will smoke and mirror. This is a drip line that's just, it's fine. It's doing a great job. It just looks so bad, doesn't it? Just exposed. So we're going to bury that. You'll never know it's there. And that'll fix that. This area here, I'm going to do some cactus, some low growing, pretty mammillaria type, barrel type, smaller cacti in here. I also, you know, will pull in some lava boulders right there. I'm not going to need any rubble or rock in my actual installation site, I don't think, because of all the riprap, and there's, you know, it's not wide. Look at that. It's like a foot deep. So, yeah, we're going to get rid of all the sticks on fire. The Sansevieria will be rehomed to a flower bed along the staircase that gets more shade. And, you know, like the Calandrinia, which see with the pretty flowers just waving in the breeze. So pretty when it's blooming and so ugly when it isn't. So those, I told her, can absolutely be pulled into her downslope to be enjoyed. This Angustifolia agave is coming out. That's another great plant for the slope, but we do not need that pupper up here in our tapestry. So another thing that we are going to do, I didn't notice when we were here at the consult, but we will handle it. Look at that. Retention here is nil, right? So what I'm going to do, there was a pine tree here years ago, and all of this is really dead. I mean, I can almost pull all of this out with my hands. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to level this more, and then I'm going to build this up with rubble. So the top dressing that I put in here doesn't slide right down the hill. She has another craftsman here putting in flagstones. Isn't that pretty? We're going to go all the way down. This downslope goes on for days, and they're doing some terracing down in there and laying in a flagstone path and whatnot, but that is not part of what I'm doing. So eye on ball. We will also take out these little boxwoods here, just the dead ones, and then I'll plant some succulents here because that's really noticeable right off the patio. They're going to have a little gate put in right here, which will be nice. And there's Miguel with the Sawzall going after that lavender. He's made quick work of the roses and the hibiscus already. It's already looking so much better up there, isn't it? You know, remember what I always tell you guys. If you're unsure, if you're feeling overwhelmed, just don't worry so much about the outcome, but focus your energy on removing the things that you don't like, that are not working. And then step back and look once they're out, and you will see that the world will open up, ideas will open up, and you will be so inspired, and you'll say, oh, okay, now I see what I need to do. So don't get the cart before the horse. Get your stuff out that you don't like, because you don't like it anyway, right? Then come back and look again, and you'll see clearly what needs to happen. That's looking so good, Miguel. All right, we'll check back in with you late. Bye, guys. So, in the interest of full disclosure, I walked off the job yesterday and forgot to shoot the outro. So this is actually the end of day 2. And it's a 4-day project, so we're right on schedule. But man, logistically, super challenging. I mean, just navigating these terraces, which are very unstable. These are pretty much, this riprap is pretty much just dry stacked. So it's not stable. And I've had to be super creative on planting out my levels because I need to also leave room to get in and out of the installation. So I've had to leave gaps and holes for access. And then as I go, come back to them and fill them in. So, and up and down the stairs, up and down the stairs. But oh my gosh, guys, so worth it. It is absolutely looking amazing. I'm so pleased. I got this big fat level, about 90% complete today. There's still some finish work to do and some color to pop in, but you get the idea, right? And then I did, you know, that top level up there. There's actually 2 levels. 2 levels. I guess I can show you from the top down on that. But yeah, so see how narrow these levels are? Look at that. I mean, we've got like a foot of planting space. Thank God it's succulents because it's totally doable with succulents. Here's a lot of our plant material. We have more upstairs. I want to show you what Miguel and Mary are working on over here. Miguel is planning out this terrace below the natal plum. He also did a really super duper job. Isn't this gorgeous? Ugh, so pretty. He also did a really great job of hiding the drip line, the existing drip line. Where's Waldo? But he got her done, got it all hidden and buried, and he's helping Mary over here get hers buried. Because it's tough. I mean, there's not a lot of room to plant, and it's pretty tough digging. But the Sansevieria that was located all in the terraces over here was getting too much sun, and I just didn't love it. So we decided to move it over here underneath the natal plum. And I love it. It's Mary's still working on it. She's got a few more pieces to install. She's got to dig them in there really tight because you know what I say. If your succulent stands up.
Done your job, and I haven't done my job yet.
That's right. So she's got some floppy pieces, but she's getting it figured out. So yes, and then she's also planting little Crassula undulatas. And it's just going to be so pretty and simple. And that's kind of what I wanted because this is a flank. And I wanted this to be the main event. And then the flanks, I wanted to be a little more simple. So over here, I've been back and forth 100 times on this. What am I going to do? We ended up taking the lemon tree out. I just couldn't reconcile lemons, soft succulents, cactus. I mean, it was just too much in this small space. So we're going to go purist, probably. And here's my cactus. I'm going to do cactus in there. And I might splash in a couple of cherry chocolate chip mangaves. I don't know yet. We'll see. That's TBD. But the guy spent a really long time carefully excavating that tree so it could be replanted. And yeah, so there's that. They also had to take 3 gigantic tarps full of debris all the way up the stairs, dump it in the back of Daddy's truck after they offloaded 4.5 tons of rock, so that Greg could go back to San Diego to the dump, and also to pick me up some more bagged rock from KRC, because I'm going to do chamois beige up here, you know, where the dirt's showing. So here's where I started yesterday, the top level. Some of these plants were here and I just moved them around. Some, you know, most I brought in. Here you can see second level. And then down there toward the end, there's some spots that are exposed because I had to walk down there. That was my pathway there. Oh gosh, okay. We got guys here doing other things. So I'll wrap this up for the noise. Thank you guys so much for following. And we will see you tomorrow on day 3 in Laguna Beach. Bye guys.